Hey, Bruce, just on Kyle Trask, you've had a lot of different quarterbacks. I mean, this guy stays in the pocket pretty much, and he's had to fight his way from backup to starter. Do you like the fact that he's accomplished that in his career? He could do that at this level.
Yeah, I really do, Rick. I mean, his competitive spirit, today's day, everybody transfers. Things don't go right, you transfer. No, he hung in there, he fought it out. I got all the respect in the world for Dan Mullen. He's a good friend. He does a hell of a job with quarterbacks. And Todd Grantham, I coached with. So we did our homework, and everything about the guy, he's accurate, he's smart, he's tough. He knows how to move inside the pocket. We don't draft guys to run.
Right.
We draft him to throw, and he's accurate as hell. So, yeah, I mean, really excited about him. I mean, people always want to compare people. To me, he's a lot like Brad Johnson.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good. In my mind, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll go over to Greg Allman.
Bruce, I'd like to ask you about your third-round pick, about Robert Hainty. Jason was talking about his versatility on the line. Obviously, could help you at a lot of positions. Where, given your druthers, where does he help you most on that offensive line?
Yeah, I think that's really up to him. He was obviously a hell of a right tackle. And then when he went down to the Senior Bowl, he was more – some guys will balk at going to different positions. He was more than willing to go left guard, right guard, center. And he showed position flexibility against some of the best guys in the draft. So I think for him, it's just coming in and finding what's the best niche for him and for us to find that niche, but we feel like he can play outside or inside.
Thank you.
I'll go to Jenna Lane.
Coach Arians, I'm glad you actually mentioned Brad Johnson, because he was one of those guys that there was some concern at times over arm strength. And I know Kyle Trask has kind of gotten some of that too. What are your thoughts on that? Are those accurate observations, or does he have enough arm strength to operate your system?
More than enough. If you watch that Georgia game and that comeback throwing those balls, he throws dimes down the sideline. I have no question. He can make every throw that we want. And, Clyde and Byron were at his workout, and we're extremely pleased with everything they saw. And he can make every throw in our offense. And we're really excited about having him.
Thanks so much.
All right, we'll go over to Mark Cook.
Hey, Coach, you work with some great quarterbacks, obviously, in your career. Once you got past that first tier, those first-round guys, and you got into the second tier, there were some other options out there at quarterback. What was it? What would you say the one thing was about Kyle Trask that you chose him maybe over a Mills or a Mond or some of these other second-tier guys, I guess people would call them?
Yeah, I mean, we actually talked about Kyle in the first round. And so it's, I think for us, it's processing information. Tom Moore, Byron, those guys have been around a long time. And when you watch this guy process information, he's quick to first, second, third, fourth reads, and he slides in and out of the pocket like the guys that we've coached in the past. And I just see a guy that's fought his ass off to get where he's at and improved every year. And I think he's going to just continue to improve, and he has all the size and plenty of arm strength that we're looking for.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go over to Steve Isbitz.
Coach, it's early, I realize, but you have a lot of potential coaches and voices to coach up Kyle Trask. How do you foresee that sort of playing out as far as the time spent with the rookie?
Yeah, I think he's coming into a great situation, between Clyde, fundamentally, Byron, systematically, Tom Moore to bounce questions off of. I'll stay the hell out of the way and won't screw him up. So, but he's in a very, very good situation to learn from Tom and Blaine and everybody else.
And did re-signing Antonio Brown right before the draft, did that adjust your priorities at all in the first 3 rounds?
Yeah, not really. I mean, we're always looking for the best available guys, who we think can improve our football team. So, but having AB back was really, really good, to have that whole receiving core back, but that's not saying we won't take one.
Thanks.
We'll go over to Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, as far as your quarterback depth, you guys have re-signed Ryan Griffin, but have not re-signed Gabbard yet. Would you still re-sign him and have he and Griffin compete for a backup job, or do you think you have your 3 quarterbacks now?
No, I really hope that we can get Blaine done soon and go in and just have normal competition. But Blaine has proven what he can do for us, and so yeah, hopefully we'll get that redone soon.
Thank you.
We'll go over to
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Hey, Coach, how we doing? Just want to ask, throughout the process, did you guys ever consider trading up for Kyle or, moving back to try to secure, more picks, whether it was this year, next year, or was he always a guy there at 64 no matter what?
I know there were a lot of other options, and you got to have a trade partner to trade with, and it's not just, hey, let's go trade, because somebody's got to agree with you. So there wasn't anything that shook us and say, oh yeah, let's do that deal and hope he's still there. We liked him, we took him. Same thing with Robert. People did make some offers, but man, he was so high on our board. It was like, no way we're gonna pass this up.
Thank you.
You bet.
I will close out with Steve Isbitz.
Coach, are there any specific areas you really have in mind where you'd like to improve tomorrow?
Yeah, we're always looking for guys that can run. Speed in any kind of category, whether it's defensive backs who can be gunners, and especially we need to improve our special teams. And for those guys tomorrow, we'll be looking at guys who can fill roles, but also be really core special team players that can help us in those areas.